Hi boys and girls, Miss Angela here on day 122. I'm sporting my beautiful new hat. Does anybody know what it is? I got some wings here. I got some drumsticks here. That's right, it's my turkey hat. And do you know why I'm wearing the turkey hat? Because we are 1 week away from, or a little less than 1 week away from Thanksgiving here in the United States. So we celebrate being thankful for so many things in our life. So we usually celebrate with a turkey. Some people have ham, some people have something different, but turkey's kind of traditional. So this is why I'm wearing my lovely, lovely turkey hat. So let's go ahead and grab our paper, our pencils, our crayons, whatever you got at home, and let's draw a turkey. We're going to draw a cartoon turkey. We're not going to draw him where he's cooked like I'm already wearing. We're going to draw a turkey with the big feathers and everything. A little more happy for the turkey. Okay, grab those papers and pencils and let's get started. I'm going to grab my marker right here. I'm going to move this down, although it's going to cut out this beautiful hat that you're going to so enjoy seeing. And we're going to draw a turkey. Now our turkey is also going to be wearing a hat, but he's going to be wearing a pilgrim hat. Pilgrims were the first people that landed in America, and so the men wore these big black hats with a buckle on the front. That's what we're going to draw today. We're going to draw our turkey in a big pilgrim hat. Okay, he's going to take up our whole piece of paper. I got my paper horizontally, means on the side. That way I will have more room for all his feathers and all the fun stuff. So let's go ahead and let's draw a half a circle, a little more than a half a circle right here for his face. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go down and draw his head. There we go. Usually starts with some kind of shape like that. Now we're going to go ahead and put his hat on here. Now his hat looks like a big upside down bucket, but with a little bit of a brim around the top. The brim is the part that's by your face. So I am going to do the brim first. I'm going to come down a little bit on each side. I do this first just so I kind of know where it's going to begin and end. And then I'm going to go ahead right across, and I'm going to make the hat, the brim, right next to his face. Now let's go ahead and make like a big bucket is all we're doing on the top. A big old bucket. There we go. We've got his bucket hat. Now we're going to add a belt, like a big belt buckle in the middle because we want it to look like a pilgrim hat. So I'm going to add a big buckle right about here. And I'm going to make it kind of curved on the edges. Just like that. And then I'm going to put an inside to it that matches that, just smaller. And then we have the buckle for his hat. Now let's go ahead and put almost like a belt that it's connected to. We'll put it right over like this. And like this. And then over here. All right, we got the start of a really cool turkey. Let's go ahead and put his face on. I always like to jump in and just do the face. Let's go ahead and put his nose. We'll put it right about in the center. We're going to do like an upside down triangle. And I might even make it, yeah, just like that. We're going to give him eyes. We'll give him eyes that are like the shape of an egg. But remember, we're going to leave a little white dot in the center where our reflection is. Now, let's go ahead and I'm tipping mine in a little bit. Mine are going in. But you can have them any way you want. Just like that. And then I'm going to put the little white part that I don't want to color in. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead, since I've got my marker out, and I'm going to color mine so I don't forget. Now you can wait, if you're using crayons or pencils, you can wait till it's coloring time to do this. But I'm going to do it right now. All right, my marker is squeaky. I can hear it squeak, 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 squeak. All right, I'm not going to worry about his nose. Kind of the mouth is underneath, so I'm not going to worry about giving him a mouth. But turkeys have a gobbler. They're kind of that red thing that hangs down. So we're going to add his gobbler right here. Is that really the name for it? I always call it his gobbler. I wonder if that's really the name. Another time that I'm on the video that I should have looked some information up first, but that'll give you something to do today. You can look up what it's really called. And if it's not called a gobbler, you can have your parents email me and say, that's not a gobbler, that's called a blah, 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 blah. So I'll learn something. Okay, now let's give him just a really simple, fat little body. He's going to be a nice little plump turkey. So we're just going to do almost like this, the half circle, but we're going to do it down here. Now it's going to be more than a half circle, isn't it? Because it's going to be a lot bigger. There we go. Now we're going to give him some wings. Now we're going to give him these little wings right here. But we're going to have them tucked up close to his body. So all we have to do is make a line like this. And I'm going to switch markers while I'm doing it because mine's starting to putter out on me. Let's see if this one works better. All right. And then we'll put another line right there. Okay, now we've got his wings. Let's go ahead and give him a couple little feet. Now his feet can be really simple. We're just gonna go out and then make a couple little lumps like that. Voila, we've got a foot. He's kind of sitting down with his legs out to the side. So let's go ahead and put another one over here. 1, 2, 3 little feet. And there we go. Now we don't just want our turkey looking like this. We want our turkey to be very colorful and big. Now they have a big spray of feathers behind them. Kind of like we did our peacock I was telling you about when a peacock puts his back feathers out. Well, the turkey has the same thing, but he's kind of like got smaller feathers than that. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna make them, kind of like big feathers, I guess. So I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna make a feather right here and I'm gonna come right back in. I don't even have to touch the turkey. That's a pretty big feather, but it'll be fun. Now let's do another one right here, but we can start right at the corner here. Curve it, come around and come in. Just like that. Now we got 2 feathers. Now this one we're not gonna see a lot of, but it's gonna be hidden behind the hat. So we're just gonna give it, pretend it goes behind the hat. Now I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna start on this side because the hat kind of, if the hat wasn't there, we could continue around, but I wanna make sure I have enough room that, you know, it evens out by the time it gets to the top. So right here, let's make another big feather. Okay, and one more up here. So just connect it to that one, make it nice and curved. And then we'll make one more. See, that worked out perfect. Now, if you do it and it doesn't work out perfect, remember you can erase and start again. Oh my gosh, my dog just ran into the table. I really need to learn to put my dog someplace else when I do these. Now, we want to make this just a little more festive so we can have more colors in it. So I'm going to put a line through it. So I'm going to make it, but I'm going to make my line curved, just like that. Do you see how I curved it? And then I'm going to put another one right by it, just like that. Now what I want to do is the next feather. I want to start right where this one ends, but then curve it up and come in. And put the other one right underneath it. See how it makes a nice kind of pattern going up there? And then this one's just going to kind of disappear behind there. We're not going to see much of it. Let's go over here and do this one. We'll put a line. Okay, I might not have left enough feather on the outside, but that's okay. It's my drawing, so I can do it any way I want, just like you can. You're the artist. All right, another one here. And then let's go at the bottom of it, make a curve, at the top of it, and make a curve. All right, now we have an adorable little turkey. Now let's get out our colors and let's make him come to life with all the colors. I'm going to start with my yellow. I'm using crayons today. I'm going to make his beak is going to be yellow. I'm never sure if the yellow is going to show up on the video. So he's got a nice little yellow beak, and I am going to make these part of the feathers bright yellow. Now you don't have to do it this way. If you think, I want this different, it can be different. You can have every feather different if you want to. I'm going to do mine kind of all the same, just because. All right, I got that side of them done. And now let's go up here and do this side. All right, and we're gonna do them kind of in fall colors. When I say fall colors, there's certain colors that you look at and you think of that time of year. Like when I think it's cold outside, I think of blues. For some reason, blue seems very cold colors. So blue is a color I think of when it's cold. Now, whenever I think of fall and turkeys and all that, I think of yellows and oranges and reds and all those colors, like the colors you'd see on the tree in the fall. And that's kind of the color we're gonna make this turkey. At least I'm gonna make my turkey this color. If you wanna make your turkey green and orange and pink, you can make it that color. Remember, you could do it any kind of way you want. All right, I'm gonna do orange next. I'm gonna take my orange crayon and I'm gonna make his little tootsies. I'm gonna make them orange. So he's got little feet. And I could have made his beak orange too, but since I wasn't using a lot of yellow, I decided that yellow might be a good color. All right. And another one right here. My dog is keeping me company. He's my audience while I'm doing it. He's being pretty good right now. He can't steal my hat. He's usually trying to steal the masks and things I wear. He likes those big ones that look like stuffed animals. He thinks they're his to play with. All right, I'm going to use, this next color is going to be orange. Now I can go right over my I'm going to color quickly because that's a lot of orange. Alrighty. Oh, I like him. He's looking very festive. Now, I asked you one time when we were drawing the peacocks if you had ever seen one. I wonder if anybody's ever seen a real turkey. Sometimes they have them on farms, like when you go to pick pumpkins or go to the mazes and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes they have turkeys there. All right, I'm going to switch sides because it's going to be a whole lot easier for me to draw from this side right now. Maybe. Now I'm over here. I'm not so sure it's easier. You got to move around to be comfortable. A lot of times when the kids come to my studios, we paint up on an easel like this on the table, and they'll say, my hand hurts. And I'm like, I get it. I get it. You get tired when you just keep moving the same hand over and over trying to get something done. Now, I have kind of colored in every which way getting this done, but all right. Now, I want another color. I want something bright. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my red crayon. Remember, you could be doing this any way you want. This is just the way I'm doing mine. So I am going to go over here and I'm going to color this in red. Nice fall colors. Now, Thanksgiving, at least here, is going to be a little different than we usually have Thanksgiving. We have to be safer this year. So I'm not going to be able to go up and spend Thanksgiving with my mother and my brothers and my sister-in-law and nieces and nephews and everybody that I spend usually Thanksgiving with. So this year it's going to be a lot smaller. I'm just going to be with my own children right here. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. That's really important right now, is being safe and kind. I like kindness too. That's another one of my biggies. Safe and kind. So do you have any plans for Thanksgiving? If you're not going anyplace, that's okay too. That's okay too. Just being home and with your own family is like perfect. It's perfect. You got to enjoy what you have and enjoy life. Okay. Whew. One more thing, red. I don't want to forget why I still got the crayon. His little gobbler, the little thing I said is coming down out of his face. There we go. We got that red. Whew, I'm tired. You know what we forgot? Why I had my yellow. I'm going to grab my yellow now. I'm going to make his buckle. His buckle is going to be yellow. Okay. Now, if you have two browns, that is good. I'm going to get a lighter brown and a darker brown, just so there's a little difference. I don't want to paint my whole turkey the same color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the darker brown and I'm going to do his face. And there's not going to be a whole big difference in my browns, that's for sure. And you know what? If you don't have two different browns in your coloring box, then you could always push harder where you want it to be darker and push lighter where you want it to be lighter. You do all kinds of things with crayons and markers, not so much, but I don't know, crayons, pastels, all that stuff you can kind of play around with by pushing harder. Although I must admit, I like working with markers too. All right, so I've got his face, this darker brown. I'm going to do these wings right here in the darker brown. And I could do the whole thing in dark brown. It wouldn't really matter. But I just want a little difference in it. All right, and then I'm going to take my lighter brown and I am going to do this part of his body. Oh my gosh, that's hardly any difference at all. You probably can't even tell the difference there at home. But it is a little bit lighter. So we'll color him all in. Now, what I forgot to do before I started was grab a black crayon in this box. Someone gave me this big box of crayons. They left it at my house and I was so excited to see it. Oh, I did find a black one. It's usually not that easy to find it in that big box. But I was so thankful when that showed up. I thought, oh my gosh, what a wonderful thing for somebody to leave at my door, was that big old box of crayons. So I have been using them a lot for our drawings. All right, we have got our turkey all in browns. Slightly different. I guess you could see it a little bit. This is a little lighter than this. And like I said, push harder. And then I'm going to get my black crayon. I could have used my marker to do the hat, but I'm going to use my crayon to color it. The crayon kind of colors faster than marker. Marker you kind of have to take your time with. All right, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. We have got one heck of a cute looking turkey here to celebrate Thanksgiving. And if you do it this Friday, you know, today, then you have a whole week you can display it at home for Thanksgiving. And you know what you could also do if you really want to, if you felt like working a lot, you could get a whole bunch of pieces of paper and you could draw this over and over again and use them as placemats. You know what a placemat is? It's something you put down on the table, then you put your plates and napkins and everything and silverware on top of it. It keeps your tablecloth a little cleaner. You could make your own placemats for your table. How's that for making art turn into something really usable? All right, we're almost done with his hat. Now, I don't know, I didn't think about the band on his hat. I don't think I want the band to be black too, because then it won't show up. I may just leave it white, just like that, because I think that's pretty cool. Now, you could do anything your heart desires with this. I'm going to see if I can find another color quickly. And if you wanted to, you could put your turkey in grass. You could just do a few little things of grass here. They can just be like scribbles almost. You don't always have to color in all the way. You can just do scribbles and it will look like grass. See? I'm not really putting too much effort into it. I'm kind of doing different ways. Yeah, I like them on the grass, and it adds another color to color too. And if you wanted to, you could go down here and fill this all in with green. That would be up to you how much trouble you want to put into it, or how much work, not trouble, how much work you want to put into this. Okay, boys and girls, we have got our cute little turkey done for Thanksgiving. I've got the turkey that's already cooked on my head. And we'll see you next week. Now, next week is day 120. What did I say? 23 is next week, I believe. I haven't decided what we're going to do yet, so you'll just have to tune in. But then we go into December, so we'll be doing a lot of holiday, Christmassy, all that kind of stuff. Not next week, but the following week when it becomes December. So stay tuned for next week. You'll have to be surprised what we're going to do. And we'll see you. And do what I tell you every day. We're going to put be safe back into our ending thing. Be safe. Listen to your parents. Be kind to each other. And be creative, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.